Ah, Charlie. So we are in again for this new episode. Let's continue what we started yesterday. Charlie, we let's move on and complete our stuff, right? So, yeah, so okay, yeah. So this app, Charlie. Let's go in here, run our app, and see what we have. Mm, yeah. So let's do this. Let's do this. Are you running? Why are you taking time to run? Oh, we are in a dark mode. Move back to light mode and let's get our building started. So we have this, and then let's confirm. I saw one thing that we have to do, which is this, right? Looking at this, there's a little bit of padding around the edges of the staff bar, the edges of this particular icon, but I didn't catch it when I was building for the first time. So I'm gonna look for this right now and fix that particular issue before we move on. So on the onboarding screen, I'm gonna locate the image. So where is that image? Let me locate the image, and then I'm gonna jump to building my stuff, right? So we have the cycle avatar, and then we are gonna have to put this in a padding. So now if we run it, yeah, now the image is cool, just like what we have here, just like what we have here. So rearrange and then have something like this. Yeah, so after here, what's the next thing? The next thing is to move to this screen, and then after this screen, have we completed this screen? Yeah, I think we did. We had this and this. We had these two items here, and we added these two elements. Okay, so this is an issue. If I didn't press, I wouldn't know that there's an issue. Is the button pushing up? Then that is crazy, right? So what are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do? This position dot fill, having a column and all that is gonna be in a cycle avatar. Don't worry. Single child scroll view. So this is gonna be in a single child scroll view. We are back building for just the love of it. Why are we still having this bottom stuff? Because you're not supposed to give us an issue, actually. You're not supposed to give us an issue. Which element is this? Oh, see where I'm working on. I'm not supposed. I have to jump to. Yeah, so this is the wrong screen. Yeah, so alt screen. And then on alt screen, we're gonna have to have our element in a single child scroll view before it pops up, before it kills us, right? So let's go in here, and then we have the button, and this one, the button has been aligned to the button bar. What do we have here? Yeah, so it's simple. To solve this overflow issue, yeah, our child has to go inside a single child scroll view. Yeah, so let me jump into the single child scroll view, and then that should solve the problem. So we wrap this in a single child scroll view, refresh, and why are you not in the safe area? You're supposed to be kept in there. So why did you? Yeah, because we have it in the center. Yeah, so let's do this and see. Okay, so now this should, bah. Yeah, so we've gotten our issue solved. Now the next thing is to build the remaining screen. So if we go in here, we are gonna build the home page. Yeah, so from login, we will jump all the way to the home page, and we have to build this beautiful home page screen, right? This screen is very nice, seriously. This screen is very nice. Yeah, so how do we take care of this? Let's start from the top. Yeah. So I'm gonna go to screens and locate the new screen. we have onboarding, alt shared, and then yeah. So let's create our home screen. So home screen, yeah. Let's change this to onboarding screen, to rename to onboarding screen. Okay, so that is that. Let's go here and change this to onboarding screen. Okay, it's an underscore, yeah. So after here, what's the next thing? Let's create our home screen from here. So we're gonna have home screen, and it's gonna be a stateful widget called home screen. And in our home screen, I'm gonna have scaffold. You guys, do you guys build nobody's gonna advise me to use AI. Guys, are you really watching this? Because you people, by now I should have someone come to the comment section and be like, hey, why are you not using AI? But it's like now most of you really understood me, and nobody want to ask why I'm not using AI. So I'm gonna keep quiet. I'm not gonna tell anybody why I'm not using AI. But it's simple. I enjoy what I'm doing, right? I actually love what I'm doing. So I am not gonna use AI. Sorry to disappoint you. Yeah, so now let's assume that we log in, and then when we log in, the next thing is to jump. Guys, thanks very much for the likes, and don't forget to drop that follow, and also check out my YouTube channel, Code with Secho. So we are going to use post replacement here, and then we are going to have to set the context, and then the route will be the material page route, and this is going to be pointing to the route that we are routing to. So that should be the home screen. Yeah, so we are routing to the home screen. Yeah, so we have our route set up. If we rerun this and then we get started and we log in, now we are in the home screen. Yeah, so what do we do in this home screen? We are going to build this pretty screen. First things first, let's jump to this. We are going to download this hamburger. It looks very good. So we are going to download this particular hamburger icon. We are going to download this, and then we should be able to take care of the rest of the stuff, right? Have this been prototyped? Let's run and see if it has been prototyped. Has it been prototyped? No, it hasn't been prototyped, so we just quit it and come back here. Yeah, so this have not been prototyped, and then we just have to build it as it is. Yeah, so what is the first things to do? We jump to the app bar. Let's go to our app bar inside of this scaffold and build that two elements. So app bar, we are gonna have our leading, and then our leading is gonna be icon. Our leading should be an image icon, right? Yeah, so it's gonna be an image icon. Then we have to download the icon from here. So let me pick on this icon. I think we already have a cat icon, so I'm not going to stress over it. So let's download this particular image icon, right? So png4 and download. So this should work for us. Let's show in Finder and call this. What will be the name for this? Let's go to our assets and icons and drop it here, and then we'll call it hamburger menu, right? Menu icon. Yeah, so we're gonna have our hamburger menu icon. We'll copy the path reference like this. Now the next thing is to go to our assets. So we have our core assets, and then under icons we're gonna set our hamburger icon like this. Yeah, why the screen looks blurry, guys? Is it my eyes? Because the screen looks blurry to me. Yeah, so let's set this to the hamburger icon like this. Okay, yeah, so now it's looking good. The next thing for us to do is to go to the home screen and change this to an icon button. Yeah, so we're gonna call this an icon button, and then in here we would have the on press. What do we do when the user press this particular button, right? What do we do? Do you know what we are gonna do? We are gonna open the drawer. Then the icon is gonna be image icon, and then we are gonna call our app assets dot hamburger icon. So what is this? Yeah, so we are app asset doesn't go directly into image icon. We have to specify the provider, which is image, right? Asset image, and then we can specify the assets. Yeah, so now let's rerun, and then we are gonna have our hamburger. The app bar background is gonna be of this particular color. So this is gonna be our scaffold background color and all that. The F2. Yeah, so the background color, we are gonna have colors and 0EX and then EE this. So that's gonna be our color, and then for the scaffold itself, background color is gonna be similar thing. Yeah, now let's rerun, and then we have this. Yeah, so what do we do now? I gave it the same color as this changed, but the app bar refused to change. How can you tell me this story? You're supposed to change, but you refused because you both have the same color. How then are you different from this? Let's do with values alpha, and then let's do 0 and see. Yeah, so now we're gonna have this. That Bomba, thanks very much for the follow. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel for more beautiful videos like this, where we just learn and code together, right? So don't forget to check out the YouTube channel for beautiful videos like this. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so we are gonna do the leading. We've done the leading already, so the to do, guys, thank you very much for the heart. Thank you very much for the roses. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you. So in our to do, we are gonna open. What are we gonna do in the to do? We are gonna open drawer. So open drawer inside of our to do. Now the next thing, thank you Bomba, thank you really much. I really appreciate all the gifts. Thank you. Yeah, so now the next thing for us to do is to do this. We are gonna do this right now, which is the cat icon. We are gonna do that right now. So let's inside of this, we are gonna set actions, and then we are gonna have the same thing for the actions as well. So let's do this, and if we rerun this, we are gonna have that. So what do we do next? 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 What we can do is that for the leading, right, we can set the max width for this particular app bar. So we can check the app bar, and then we will set the leading width. Yeah, so we can have something like leading width, and then we can make it double dot infinity, right? So now if we have double dot infinity, then we are going to cut off this element, and then we are going to wrap the icon button in a row, and then the row elements are going to be space between, right? So we are going to have space between them, and then which means after this first element we are going to have this one as well. So now what is the way forward? This is what we are going to get. Now the next thing is to kind of move the elements a little bit away from the edges. So let's go symmetric horizontal, and it's going to be 16 spacing. Yeah, now it's looking good. So what we will do next is that we are going to change this icon to a real icon, and then let's call cat, and then we are going to use this cat. So let's import Cupertino and see. Guys, we're good. Now we have our cat. The only thing we have to do is to give the cat a particular color. I think it's the same color, right? What's the color of the cat? I think it's the same color. So why does it not look like black? This is a black color, but it doesn't look like black, guys. It doesn't look like black. So what are we gonna do? Yeah, the color doesn't look like black. That is really sad. Yeah, but I think we can since we only have it exactly like what the UI is presenting, then we would have to actually touch the color a little, right? So we can do this for the color. So let's set the color to the gray. Let's call app colors. I remember we have some app colors, right? So let's call our app colors dot gray, right? Yeah, I think we have gray text color, something like this. Yeah, so yeah, now we have this for this. So this becomes the cat, and then this becomes our drawer. Now when we click on this, we want the drawer to open, right? So let's confirm if there is a drawer on the screen. If there's no drawer, then we are not going to touch that because we are building according to what the UI is providing for us. Yeah, so this is not the drawer. This is I think this should be the drawer, right? Yeah, this is the drawer. This is what happens when we open the drawer. So we are going to create this for the drawer, and after creating this, we can jump into creating the other screens as well. So what do we do? Let's jump into this. So now we are gonna have to, we have our app bar, and then we are gonna have to create a drawer, and then we are gonna have this the drawer widget, right? So in there we can add this to do, and we'll say add drawer items. Okay, so we have drawer items. The next thing for us to do is to create a key, right? So we are going to create final scaffold. We have to create a scaffold key in order to access the drawer, right? So we will create final scaffold key, and then it will be equal to global key. Right, we're gonna have a global key of the scaffold state, right? So scaffold state, and then we have this. Yeah, so now if we want to open the drawer from here on the leading, what we are going to do is that if scaffold key dot current state dot has drawer, let's search if it has drawer, then let's open it, right? If it has drawer, let's open it, but let's first confirm this and see is drawer open and all that. So if it has drawer, then let's open the drawer, because you can't just be opening drawer without knowing whether a drawer is open or not. These are edge cases that you have to handle when you are building all this stuff. So we are gonna have to access the scaffold state, and then we'll say open drawer. Yeah, so now if the scaffold has a drawer, let's do that, and then we open the drawer. So the next thing we have to do is to supply this key to our scaffold, right? So when we call the key, we are going to supply the scaffold key. Now let's rerun our app from the top. Yeah, so we have this, we log in. When we press this, now we have our drawer. Okay, so since we have our drawer now, the next thing for us to do is to touch this drawer a little to look exactly like how we want it, right? So the first thing is the shape. The drawer shouldn't have any rounded shape, right? So let's set our border radius to 0. So let's rerun, and then our border radius is 0. Now we have to set the width of the drawer to double dot infinity. So this becomes our drawer. It has taken off the whole screen, right? So you can open it this way and then just swipe it left to hide it. Now after that, what is the next thing that I have to do? What's the next thing? The background color. Yeah, the background color. So background color, and then we are going to use the primary color. Yeah, so I think primary bright, right? Primary bright for the background. Oh guys, something like this. Yeah, so now we have our color. What else do? We have to make it look like this. Phew. Calm down, calm down, calm down. This looks good, guys. This actually looks good, and building it is gonna be simple, but we have to take a good look at everything before you jump into building it. If not, you're gonna by yourself. Right, so the first thing is to take this element. Right, we are gonna take this element and then group them like this. And after grouping them, we would have to download it. Right, we would have to download them huge. So let's download it as the 4x size like this. So after we have this, we are going to show in Finder, and then we are going to copy this. Now let's jump to our design. Yeah, so for images, we are going to say, what should be the name of the image actually? Let's say drawer, right, image. Yeah, so let's give it this name, and then copy the path reference. Path reference. Oh, should I be quiet? Nah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna have a draw image. So let's just say draw right image. Yeah, right aligned image or whatever it is. Now it's gonna get serious. It's about to get serious. So the drawer has a child. The child is gonna be in the center. The child is safe area at first, and then safe area is gonna have a child, right? Safe area's child is gonna be center, and then center is gonna have a child, and the child is gonna be column, right? The child is gonna be column. So let's confirm from the design. Let's confirm the layout from the design. Make this full like this, and then access this, and let's see. So we are going to make the design full, and I think our alignment should even be to the bottom, right? So we have this, guys. It's looking somehow, but we have to do it, right? It's looking somehow, but we have to do it. So we have this, and let me see this. So center, then the children are aligned in the center, and then we are gonna have column. Yeah, we have column, which will take this, but that column is gonna have the elements. The elements are gonna be what? Space between, right? And then that space between, so this two elements become one, and then we are gonna have a row. Yeah, I think I got a flow now. So main axis alignment, we are gonna have space between, and then the children. So having children, this one is the first one, so let's use a text to represent it. This should be our sign out here. So this should be our sign out button, right? Let's rerun. We are gonna have that as sign out button, and then this new one, this other one is gonna be for the nav items, right? So if we should run a text like this and call it nav items, then we should actually have something cool, right? So let's do this. Now we have these two, which means that we are good to go, right? We are good to go. So the next thing is let me go here to nav items and focus on this. Phew. So nav item is gonna have a row. main axis, space between, and then children, first one is going to be this text, which will have the navigations, nav items, okay, nav elements, yeah, and then this one is going to be the image, so let's call this as a text and let's say the image. Yeah, so rerun this, and then we are going to have this. Yeah, so I think the main axis alignment for this should be rather in the center, yeah. And then are we gonna space them out? Nah, we are not gonna do that yet. So let me focus on this, which is the image, right? So what I'm gonna do now is to call a image from assets, then app assets dot draw right image. So let's rerun, and then we are gonna have this. That's great. Now what is the height? The height should be 580. That is huge, but let's see how it's gonna look like. Guys, do you believe in magic? Do you believe in magic? Let's do this and see the magic. Abracadabra. Ta-da! Yeah. So this is what we have, and it is looking good. It is looking good already. So check this out, right? We are gonna have our button, which is at the bottom here. So we are gonna have this button, right? And then we are gonna have the nav element, which will be here. So that kills it all, right? That kills it all. So what we are gonna do is to align a cross axis alignment to start. Let's not spoil the layouts. Great, the button is cross aligned. Now we can focus on something great or something crazier, right? Now we can focus on something crazier. So what is a crazy thing that we are gonna do right now? What crazy thing do we have to do to make this look good? That crazy thing is to put these elements in a column. Put it in a column and put it inside of a padding, and then that padding is gonna have an edge spacing, right? We are gonna space it from the edge. So let's see, this is like a 24 spacing. So we're gonna have symmetric, horizontal, and the horizontal spacing is gonna be what, 16.0. So let's see, we're gonna have something like this. James Michael, thanks very much for the follow. I really appreciate it. For more videos like this, don't forget to check out my YouTube channel on the screen and have access to all other videos that we've built and all other apps that we built for fun. Over here, I build for fun, and then I just build for you to enjoy. So enjoy with me and let's build this together. Yeah, so we are gonna do this, but for now let's analyze the design, right? So the spacing 16 is too small, so 24 should be the way forward. Yeah, so now that we have 24, what's the way forward? We built the elements, but before we build the element, what do? Let's create the main axis to start, so that the elements will be aligned to the start, right? It's not going to the top, guys. We did it. Guys, it's not going to the top, right? So what we can do is to do this cross axis alignment to start for this. So let's see, now we are good to go, guys. We are good to go. Now we are good to go. This is looking good. The reason why I'm happy is that we have the alignment for everything now. Now we have the image is well in line with this, and we have all those things, right? So we are so very much ready to go. We have our nav elements. Now we just have to focus on this and build them one after the other, then that is all. So now let's look at this. We are gonna have a small row, a little row, right? And that row is gonna have two elements, this, which is the image, and this, which is a column. And then the column is going to have a little spacing, and then that space, and after that is going to have a divider. But we are not going to build it that way because there is a more better way of us building it. But looking at this design, I think we would have to build it raw, and then after the raw we can decide what to build next. So yeah, Kel, this is Figma, this is the design, and then we are building it in Flutter. Yeah, so that is the design on Figma, and we are building it in Flutter. Guys, where is the app? Yeah, this is the app. Yeah, so let's rerun the app, and yeah. So this is the design. As you can see, it's in Figma. We've already built these sections, and then we are on the home page, but the home page has this nav. So the drawer which we are building, then we continue from the top. Yeah, so Kel, don't forget to drop a follow and also check out my YouTube channel for more crazy videos like this. Guys, let's build. So we have this, and then we have this. How do you get to code the image and everything in Flutter? Yeah, so most of them, all right, most of the image I don't have to code them again. So for this particular image, I just have to pick it and use it here. But for other elements like this one, right, so if you check this elements, I only need this image, right? I only need this image, and then I just do some few manipulations and stuff to it. Yeah, so it's just a beautiful experience. So I have the image, and when I take the image, all I have to do is to write the code to manipulate this image to look exactly in the app like how we have it looking on the design. So yeah, that is what we're doing. This is actually the part 2 of this, right? I've started it today, but I had to go to work, so I stopped the live and I'm back now. So do you have a step-by-step doing it as a beginner? Yeah, I have a Flutter crash course on my YouTube channel. Yeah, I have a Flutter crash course on my YouTube channel. You can check it out. And then for all that you are seeing right now, I also have it on the channel. If you go live, if you go to my channel right now, I am live, so you should have access to the code and everything. Yeah, so yeah, as a beginner, it will be easy for you to follow up and then build a similar thing. Yeah, so guys, let's build, right? So what's the next thing that we are supposed to do? You are supposed to jump to our screen and finish up with this, right? So let's go in here and do this. We are going to have a row, and then the row is going to have 2 children. First is the icon, second is this text, and then followed by the divider. If we are able to build one, then we are just going to duplicate it for the rest, and then that is all, right? So let's go in here and do that, right? So this element is going to have a row like this, and then the row is going to have children. The first child is going to be an icon, so let's put it there. Actually, this is clickable, right? This is clickable, but we are not going to do it as I am thinking. Let's keep it this way. So this is like a profile. Let's make this a user's profile, like this head. Yeah, we are going to use a head like this. So if we run, we are going to have that, and we will just have to do some few manipulations to it, then that's it. But before then, after the row, I'm gonna have column, and then column is gonna have children, and then that child is gonna have a text. So let me call my app text dot semi bold. I know that is semi bold. Harmless, thanks very much for the like, and welcome back to the house of developers. Yeah, so this is semi bold with a size of 17. I don't care, so we are just gonna call this profile. Now let's rerun, and then we would have this. It's looking good already, guys. It is looking good already. It is looking good already. Now the next thing is, since we have this in a column, guys, don't forget to check out the YouTube channel, right? And don't forget to subscribe. Since we already have this in a column, the next thing for us to do is the divider, right? Do you think we should? Yeah, enjoyment Freeman, welcome to the house. Guys, it's good having you guys around. You don't know, it's very good. So the divider, what's the color for this divider? Oh, sorry, Stanzi, thanks for the follow. Don't forget to check out the channel. I'll always say that because all the videos are there. Previous videos, we have about almost 100 videos on the channels. You can enjoy it. You are going to enjoy most of them, especially the live videos. They are crazy and lovely. So yeah, don't forget to check them out. What is going to be the color of our divider, guys? Let me see what the color is going to be. The divider is not even showing. Can you see the divider? No. So that means we have to build our special divider and use it, and it's very easy to build that. I don't even know why I'm using this. Let's just set container. The height is this, and then the width is gonna be like what's gonna be the width? No, in order to determine the width, I'm not gonna give it a width, so let's wrap this in an expanded widget, and that should give it the width that we want, right? So no more width, we are just going to give it a color and give it blue. So let's have this and run this, and that is throwing it away, which means that the expanded is causing an issue. So what we have to do is to make it double dot infinity. Should that work? I don't know. Okay, we have it in column, sorry. So wait, let me take this off, remove this, and put this container in a row and then in an expanded, and let's see if that's gonna increase the width without us having to do a lot of stuff. Guys, can you see the element? I cannot see it, so let's remove this and then focus on having it. So what we are going to do is maybe create a sizing. What we are going to do is maybe create a sizing for it. So we have container, we have height, we're going to have width, and then the width, let's just make it 24.0 for now. So we are going to create a custom sizing for it. So yeah, that is that. And then for this column, we are going to set cross axis to start so that the divider will follow this. Right, and then between the icon and this, we are going to create a custom size box. Yeah, let's create that sized box, and then we are going to call it width. We are trying to put a space in between the elements. So yeah, now we have our item well set. The next thing for us to do is to make sure we put a very big space in between these two. So we are going to have something like this. The size is going to be 24.0, so let's do that, and then we are going to have this. So after that, we are going to do cross axis to start, so the image should now be at the start. Yeah, so now that we have this, we can actually determine the length of this, which is 132, and then the color is this. Why does it have different colors for a lot of things? I don't like it when designers have like different. Just put like use a constant color for most of the stuff, so that it will be easy for the developers to yeah. So we're gonna have this, guys. If you want to check the designer out, all right, the UI developer out, I have his profile tagged on this video in the YouTube channel, so when you go in there, you would have access to the video. Yeah, so what's the length of this? It's 132, so we are going to use the 132 length, and let's see how long it's going to be. Yeah, so we have this, and then we can check the spacing between these two, right? So this is 26 and I'm using 24. That's very much okay. And then let's check the height. The height is 0.3. Wow, I thought even 1 was okay. How can you have this as the height? That's not even showing, guys. That's not even showing. Yeah, so if we should have something like this, and then we are gonna have to just change the text color. So color will be white, and then the color for this will also be white. Yeah, so we have this. We have it looking like this. We do. But what we have to do is to download these icons and use all of them right now. Yeah, so let's get our icon, export all of them, and then we are good to go. Phew. Yeah, so food delivery app icons. Let's go here and then let's open with our Achira utility, and in here we are going to pick all the icons. Yeah, so where do we have them? Close this, rearrange this. Yeah, so inside of our icons we are gonna have all these icons. Yeah, so we have to rename the icons, right? That's like one of the, okay, what I'm not gonna rename it, right? But I know what to do. I'm not gonna rename it, but I know what to do. Let me call this nav icons for now, and then we can move on. Yeah, so it's gonna be of a static string. It's gonna be of a static string, and then the name of the icon, then we are gonna have this. So let me duplicate this, 2 3 4. How many icons? 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah, so we have 5 icons. I just have to duplicate it, 5. Yeah, so the first one is GG. So we have profile. Let's pick this icon, copy path reference like this, and then put it here, so we can call it profile icon, right? Yeah, so we have our first icon. The next one is what is this? Offer and promo. Officially Shilende. Guys, sorry if I can't pronounce the name right. Thank you very much for the follow. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel, right? The YouTube channel for more beautiful videos like this, right? And if you're interested in building mobile apps or learning mobile app development, don't forget to holler at me for a good discount. Yeah, so what's the next thing? Local offer icon. Yeah, so local offer icon. Let's check this one. Notes. Yeah, so the note is gonna be privacy policy. Okay, so this is our privacy policy icon. So let's have this like this, and then let's call it privacy policy. Oh yeah. Yeah, and then the next one is gonna be cards orders. So yeah, this is gonna be our orders icon. Orders, what are you ordering for? Please, what may I get you? Do you need pizza or you need sobolobo? Sobolobo, obolobo. Yeah, so we are gonna have this as security. Obolobo, your boys are winning. Obolobo. Oh, ah, obolobo. Oh, ah, obolobo. Obolobo. Yeah, so guys, we have this. All we're gonna do is to change this to image icon, and then in here we are gonna have asset image, right? So asset image, and then we'll specify the app assets dot profile. Oh yeah, app assets, and we're going to specify our profile icon. So now rerun, and then we have the profile. Now guys, that is looking good. This is looking good, just as we have here. The next thing for us to do is to just duplicate this, duplicate it until we get the correct stuff, and then we move on. Yeah, so now what we are going to do, right, in order not to rewrite all this code, you know, the best thing to do, the best thing for us to do is to actually have this as a reusable component like this. So we are going to call it build nav item, right? So let's create a widget and call it build nav item. Obolobo, 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 obo, obo, obolobo, obo, obo, obolobo, 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 obolobo. Yeah, so we have this. Now the next thing we are gonna do is to replace this with icon path. right? So icon path, and then we are going to replace this with the label. And then what are we going to do next? What are we going to do next? What are we going to do next? Is that all? Yeah, I think that is all. I think that is all. Maven, thanks. Marvin, yeah, Marvin L, thanks for the follow. Oh my god, guys, thanks very much for the follow. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel, right? The name is Code Researcho. We are live on YouTube, live on Twitch, live on TikTok. Anywhere you go, just search Code Researcho and you'll get me. So yeah, thanks for the likes and thanks for the follow. Should we go? Let's move on. Yeah, so in here we are going to replace this row now. So let's build our nav item. So this one is going to be profile, and this is going to lead to what, am I writing it right? Yeah, so profile, and then the app assets dot what asset is going to be, what is going to be, it's going to be it. So if we run, we are going to have the same thing, right? So I'm going to just duplicate this for us to have it multiple of them. So 2 3 4 5, yeah, like this. And then let's rerun, and then we have this. It's looking great. Don't worry, we are going to make an update. We are going to touch it up a little to make it look better, better. Yeah, so first things first, what we are going to do is to put a little spacing below all the items, right? What we can do is to create this. Yeah, so this is what we are going to create, right? Let me do that. Let's create a small class and then use that model to actually build this. That should be the easiest way for us to go with this, right? So we are going to create a class, and then we'll call it nav item model. Yeah, so nav item model as the class, and then we are going to have a final string name and all that. Yeah, so final string id. Yeah, let's create an id to represent that final string label, and then we are going to create a final string as the icon part, right? And then from here we are going to create our constructor. So let's create the nav item constructor. Yeah, so the nav item model constructor, and then let's go with that. Just add everything, then we are good to go, right? So now we have this. The next thing for us to do is to create that as a list, and then we can use it again and again and again. So we would have a final list of the nav item model, and then we are going to have this as nav items. Then after nav items, we are going to make it this. Yeah, so now we'll just call the model, and then we'll supply whatever icon or whatever we want to use there. So the first one is this. The id is starting from 0, the label is profile, and then the icon path is going to be app assets, yeah, dot profile. So that's going to be the first one, and then we'll duplicate 2 3 4 5. Yeah, so change icon to 1, change icon to 3, change icon to 2. Kofi Vance, yeah, Kofi Vance guy, thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate it, right? The id should be an int. Yeah, guys, I really appreciate the follow. For anyone that's following, just know that I appreciate it very much. And then my YouTube channel is there. All right, we are live on the channel. We have very beautiful videos like this one, so don't forget to check it out, guys. What's this one? I think we have promo, right? What's the name? What name did we give to this? Local offer. Okay, so that's it. That's a local offer. Yeah, before the engine runs low. Yeah, so this is gonna be offer and promo. So yeah, offer and promo, like that. And then the next one is privacy policy, right? So privacy privacy policy like this, and then let's call it privacy policy. And then the last one is going to be security. Yeah, so the last one is going to be security. And then we have all this, right? So now instead of doing this one after the other, we are not going to do that anymore. We are just going to use list dot generate, and then it's going to be the nav items, right? The nav items length, and then we're going to have this as our index, and then we are going to have obolobo. Yeah, so we would have this, and then in returning this we can create a final nav item model. So let's say let's call this item, and then it's just gonna be the list of nav item models. Then we pass the index, and then that should be it. So we're gonna call item dot label, and then item dot icon path, right? Yeah, so now let's rerun this, and then we have all this. As you can see, we are good to go now. So the next thing for us to do right now is to wrap these items in a column. And then what we will do is that we are going to be putting a little space below the items, right, or behind the items. That's what we are going to be doing. Yeah, so let's jump into that and see what would work for us. Guys, thanks for the likes. Don't forget to follow, and if you want to have softwares, thanks very much for the follow. Softwares, thanks very much for the follow. Videos like this are very beautiful. I have a lot of this on my channel, my YouTube channel, so please don't forget to check it out, right? The YouTube channel name is on the screen, as you can see, so don't forget to check it out. Guys, I appreciate you for the likes, and also when you get to the channel, please subscribe. All right, please subscribe to the channel when you get there, because I want us to grow. We want to grow, and the only way to grow is to support the channel. So please, when you get to the when you get to the YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel, because we need to grow and grow and grow and grow. So please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe. So we are using, do you know one crazy part of this? Just check this out, right? We are using the same icon, right? We are using the same image for everything, but this particular privacy policy decided to do its own thing. Guys, this particular privacy policy decided to do its own thing. So the image that's supposed to be showing, can you see that? Can you see that this particular line don't want to show fully? It's doing its own thing. It's doing its own thing, guys. You're supposed to be there, you're supposed to be showing, you're supposed to be very clear, but nah, this thing is doing its own thing, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, but that's by the way. So what we're gonna do next is to change this particular wave to 140. All right, so we are gonna have something like this and something like this. Okay, so what's gonna be the next thing? What is gonna be? It's gonna be. Let's change it back to the 132. Yeah. So what is gonna be is gonna be the elements beside these two. Let's check how close they are. Can we actually get how close they are? Now we can get that spacing, so I think that 8 is okay. So we have this. And then what we are going to do is use the index, right? So we are going to use index to decide whether we'll be showing the background container or not, right? So let's do this. Let's do this. Yeah, so this, all right, this is going to take another required. Let me put it here. Yeah, so we are gonna have another required field, which is gonna be an int, and then it's gonna be the index, right? So we are gonna check if the element is the last index, right? So we are gonna check if the element is the last index. So if element Yeah, so let's do this. We will do final is last element, right? It's last element. Then we will say if nav items dot last, right, equals nav items passing this index, then that means this particular element is the last one, right? So if it is the last element, then we wouldn't be showing this container and this pattern, right? So we just have to wrap these two in a column like this, with the children like this, and then this. So if now after that we are gonna have run an if its last element, then drop this. So now we'll just negate this and say if it is not last element, then drop this. So that's what we are going to do now. So let's jump in here, and then with the index that we've added, we're just going to do this and then pass index. Yeah, so now if the element is the last one, then the container shouldn't display. So let's jump there and see. As you can see, the container is not displaying, but yeah, so this one is doing something. So what we have to do is that instead of hiding this, what we can do, what we should rather do is to hide the color of the container, or the color of the divider. Yeah, so let me call it the divider, right? So that so for color we will say it's last element, and then we are gonna have transparent. So if it's last element, we are gonna have transparent color. Now if we rerun, we should have this. Yeah, so now we have this looking just like what we have here. All right, so what is the other way to go around this? What is the other way, guys? Any suggestion? Drop it in the comment section. Yeah, so the next thing to do is this sign out, right? Is this sign out? We have to do this sign out. So this sign out is going to be a row, a text, and then this icon, right? So we are going to use icon button, or we can use just our regular button, and then in there we would know what to use next, right? So before that, let's put this in a pattern, and then let's use only, and then left is gonna be, I think, 24. What is gonna be? It's gonna be, yeah. So after that, we are gonna have to do what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, guys? We're gonna use icon button. Yeah, AB, what is gonna be? It's gonna be on the end of the line. So we use text button. Sorry, so let's use text button, and then this becomes a child. And then when we have here, what advice do you have for a younger generation out there? Yeah, so a younger generation that is interested in software development, I want you to know that this era is the best time to be a software engineer. This era is the best time to be a software engineer, because you have a lot of resources out there, you have a lot of elements out there, a lot of engines or machines that can help you learn faster, compared to when we have to read books or wait for people to reply our messages before we get solutions. So for someone that is starting software engineering, don't forget to learn the basics, understand the basics. There's AI in the system. You would love to use it, but make sure that you understand the basics before you begin with AI, and then you are good to go. Yeah, so that is that. I hope you take it, and don't forget to drop the follow. And also, if you want to learn more about software development or mobile apps development, check out my YouTube channel. Code with Secho on your screen, then you are good to go. Yeah, so guys, on press of this button, what is our to do? Our to do is to sign out, right? So we are gonna have to sign out on press of the button. Hey, am I saying sing? Yeah, so we are gonna have sign out, and then this is gonna be a row. Do you advise? I do computer science. Yeah, so unfortunately I can't actually tell what you should do, because you know yourself better and what would work for you. But if you want to do software engineering or computer science, I would say it is a very good course. If you want me to tell you okay, so if you want to be a software engineer, then software engineering or computer science is good for you. You just have to make sure that you are serious. All right, you just have to make sure that you are serious with what you are doing. Then that is all you need. Just be serious, and then the rest will follow. Yeah, and don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. Right, first you follow, and then you check out my YouTube channel. And I have a lot of videos on mobile app development, so that should already put you on guard and also pave the way for you. So let's use arrow forward, and please, when you get to the channel, try to subscribe. All right, thank you guys, I really appreciate it. I hope to actually meet you guys one day, then you'll be like, yeah, I joined your channel and we work together. Yeah, so let's put a little space in here. Oh, what is gonna be, it's gonna be Mr. Boise. Is it looking like this? If it's not looking like this, then I'm gonna download this, but I don't want to download it, so we are just gonna stick to this. Now let me check the space between these elements and then this elements. Can we see? No, we can't. Oh, I wish I could get a space between this and this. Yeah, so we can't get a spacing, but we would have to actually come up with something that we, what programming language is that, please? Yeah, so Mr. Rash, this is the Flutter. I am building in Dart. So as you can see, this is Flutter. Yeah. And if you want to learn Flutter, I already created a long course on it, and that course covers software development and the Flutter application development from scratch, so you can check it out and have access to everything that we are doing. And guys, the truth is that I don't have much followers on the channel, so when you get to the channel, when you see the channel, please just subscribe for me. Thank you. Yeah, so now let's see what we have. We have this, and then we have this. Do you think we've done well, or you think, nah, this is not it, this ain't it? Yeah, so we have this too, and then I think, yeah, we've done pretty well. All we have to do is to increase this padding from here. So let's say we are gonna have it as 32. Then when we jump to this column, we are gonna have our pattern as 32 as well. So now let's see. Yeah, so now we have this. This is the app and this is the UI. So we have the UI and we have the app. Let's put it side by side and see what we have. This is a side by side view. Go off. Yeah, so this is what we have for the side by side view, right? This is the UI on the right, and then on the left is the app. What do you think? It is gooder than good. Yeah, so now when we click on sign out, we are basically signing out. Yeah, so for the sign out, I have to make it good, else we are gonna have trouble, right? So what we are going to do is to wrap this in intrinsic width, so that when the user click on this space, all right, this empty space, he won't be triggering a sign out. So let's rerun this, and now the sign out should be just this. Okay, so rerun the app and pick it from the top, and let's see what we have. Get started, log in, open app bar, and then we have this beautiful Kulibali, yeah, 4-day, is it Ford or 4-day Kulabali? Kulibali, thanks very much for the follow. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel, right? I have beautiful videos, I have beautiful apps that I just build for fun, right? I build for fun, guys, that's it. I build for fun, that's how I learn, and that's how I get better every day. So don't forget to check out the channel and also follow and learn more, just like how I am doing. Yeah, so we have these elements. We actually have to make them clickable, right? We have to make sure that the elements are clickable. And how do you do that? How do you make sure your elements are clickable? Are you asking me? Are you asking me? It's simple. Just wrap each of them in a click event, right? So you have this like this. You have this as our pattern. All you have to do is wrap this element, right? You wrap this particular, either the pattern, or you wrap, please, where are you from? Yeah, I'm from Ghana. I am in Ghana. Yeah, so to achieve the click event, yeah, so I'm from Ghana and I'm in Ghana and I am a Ghanaian. Where are you also watching from? Are you in Ghana? Yeah, so we are going to have this in gesture detector, and then we are going to just add an on tap. Right, on tap, what are we doing? We are navigating to that respective screen. So navigate to selected screen. So navigate to the tapped screen, right? Yeah, so now when we click on this, they become clickable, and then we can tap on them and navigate to their corresponding or respective screens. So we tap this and then we can navigate to their respective screens. Yeah, so that is what we have. That is what we have. Sign out. Now we can go out of here. Guys, I really like this, right? This really looks good. Yeah, but we have a lot more to build. So a lot more beautiful stuff to build, right? So guys, let's jump in here. And what do we have? What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? Now we are going back to the home page. Yeah, so now we are back to the home page, and then instead of building all this, the next thing we have to make sure we have in place is this. We have to make sure that we have our bottom navigation bar in place. Are you gonna leave it like this? No. So what do? We build it. Yeah, so I'm gonna take you through, and then you are just gonna follow and look at me build the bottom nav bar. Let's see how long it's gonna take. We are starting at 10, right? I'm also a Ghanaian from Accra. Oh, great. That's great. Mr. Ash, I'm also in Accra. Yeah, see. Nice to have you. Handshake. Nice to have you like this. Is this how we shake hand, or? Yeah, nice to have you. It's nice to have you guys on board, and don't forget to check out the channel. Yeah, Mr. Ash, thanks very much for the follow. Yeah, so my live streams are actually fun, right? Actually fun because Charlie, software engineer there, you're there, we are happy. For the tree there, just take it like that. Yeah, so guys, we have our up bar, we have our drawer. Now the next thing for us to build is the body, but we are not going to build the body now. The body is the last thing that we are going to build. So we will focus on this bottom nav items, right? Oh, thank you very much, and I appreciate your comments as well. Yeah, but are you a software? What do you do? What do you do, Mr. Rash? So guys, let's create our bottom navigation bar. So let's create the bottom nav bar, and then navigation bar. The bottom navigation bar, we have to set the type, right? And the type is fixed. Yeah, so let's make it fixed. Bottom navigation bar type dot fixed. We are gonna have that, and then we are gonna have children. Is it items? Yeah, so yeah, we are gonna have items, and these items, they return this bottom nav bar item. That's what they return, right? So they return this, and then in here, the first element, we are building 6, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. We are going to build 4 of them. So let's build our first one, which is bottom nav bar item, and then we will just customize it later, right? So let's do this. We are going to have the icon, we are going to have the active icon, which will also be the active icon here, right? And then we are gonna have label, and the label will be nothing, because if you check this, we have no label. Yeah. So what is the next thing for us to do is to supply these icons, right? So we are gonna call the first one, which is icon, we are gonna call it home. So which home do we have? Which home do we have? Home rounded, right? It should be home rounded, like this. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you guys, I really appreciate the compliments, and I really appreciate everything. Yeah, so we have this, and then the next thing for us is to, yeah, duplicate this. 1 2 3 4. Oh, sorry, that's a wrong duplicate. That's a wrong duplication, right? So let's do it this way. 1 2 3 4. That's also another wrong duplication. Then we are just gonna copy and paste. If persuasion fails, force must be applied, right? So we are gonna force it. That's what we are doing. Force it to work. Then rerun, and then we are gonna have this as our bottom nav bar. But as you can see from the UI, the bottom nav bar has no background, right? So we have to remove that. So we have two ways. It's either we are gonna set it as transparent, so we can have it as transparent, and then the nav bar should be transparent like this, and let's see, elevation should be 0. Yeah, so now we have this. If you wonder why man is able to just look at the page and then write the code, then I have been in here for some time now. Yeah, so guys, let's see what else we have to change, because I don't like the splash color, right? So we have stuff like fixed color, background color, and stuff. The next thing we have to do is show unselected labels, which is false, and then show selected labels, which is false. Yeah, so rerun this, and then we are gonna have something like this. Yeah, now I think we can I want us to take the splash factory out of it, right? The splash factory is what I don't like, but looking at this, I don't know if we can take off the splash factory, because nah, there's no splash factory in here. So yeah, we'll just have to manage it like this. Yeah, so guys, we have all this. The next one is love, so let's replace this with heart. What are we gonna have? Let's use hearts. Okay, we can see all the hearts. We are gonna use this one. Hey, what's makuma? Yeah, makuma. What's makuma? Yeah, makuma. What's makuma? Yeah, makuma. What's makuma? Yeah, makuma. Yeah, so we are gonna have this as profile, but I'm not sure we have that particular one. But let's set let's check if it comes. We don't have this. Let's search account. Do we have that type? No, let's not account. We have people. We don't have that type of people. Oh, we don't have that type, right? So we'd have to download it. Now what we can do is replace this with history. Okay, I think history. Yeah, so we can have this with history, and then this one we would have to download this specific icon, right? So let's go down here and go download, go down low, rock a popish, a poppy rapara. When gets it? Yeah, so I exported it. Yeah, so we are gonna find this and then use it right now. Rap a popish, a poppy rapara. Yeah, so I be 16, yes, I gotta be like this. So if you touch my tino, I go tell mommy, yo, I be 16, yes, bro. I really want to learn coding, but I'm not singing top. really, what have you? How long have you been trying to learn it? Let's pick it from the top. How long have you been trying to learn coding or software development? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long? How long? I'll do, don't do. I'll do, don't do. Let's pick it from the top. Therapy session, guys. Guys, we are in a therapy session, so you people should therapy. Yeah. So let's therapize each other. Guys, we're about to therapize each other. Yeah, so let's see where the problem is coming from. Yeah, so I have a lot of people that come in and say, hey, I've been trying to learn software development, but it's not been easy so far. So let's know how far it is with you, then we can know where to pick it from. Yeah, so guys, we have our elements now. But you can see that when we click the elements, nothing happens, right? So we have to add a few touches to it so that when we click this will happen, this will happen, this will happen. Right, so in order to do that, we have to create something, right? And that particular thing is going to be a final. We're gonna have to create a final integer and call it selected index, right? So yeah, selected or current index, or we've already started with selected. So selected, why am I saying selected? Yeah, selected index. Yeah, the selected index. Oh, for a very long time, I don't know whether I didn't get good guidance or what. Oh, okay, so you've been trying that for a very long time. Yeah, so which language? Let me see. Have you been to, let's say, have you studied a software engineering or software development course, maybe any course that involved programming? And also, which language were you studying it? Which language did you try it out? Which language did you learn? And just give me a little detailed about, if you studied, okay, you studied IT, that's great. That means you will do programming. So yes, then you should have a fair idea of everything. All we have to do is to bring back that spirit. Yeah, all we have to do is to bring back that spirit. Yeah, so if you've studied IT, then I think we should know where your interest is. So where is your interest? Is it in front end development, back end development, or UI development? Let's get all the dynamics, and so that we can pinpoint what to look at or what to actually touch on. On top, so on top of each element, we want to change. Yeah, so on top of this, we want to do this, right? So we are going to set state. Yeah. So you have interest in all, right? Oh, then if you have interest in or, then yeah, so if you have interest in or, I think still, if you have interest in or, we have to begin from one, right? All right. Crickety. Is it crickety? Crickety or crickety? Or cricket? Thanks very much for the follow. You guys, hey, you guys are making me struggle. Oh, wallahi, you guys are making me struggle, Papa, with your names. Yeah, so cricket or crickety, thanks very much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so yeah, so Mr. Rash, actually, I think what you have to do is to focus on one. Yeah, so you focus on one element, you study it, you try to understand the basics, the dynamics around it, and then after that you can now focus on other stuff, right? So we have to take it a step at a time, or you have to take it a step at a time. Yeah, so I understand that you want to learn web, I understand that you want to learn mobile, I understand that you want to learn this. So with front end, you would have to start from I'll share this website with you. Search roadmap.sh. Yeah, so the best way to start the front end is to use roadmap. Why is this light blinking? Yeah, so the best way to start with front end is to use roadmap.sh. So search for this particular website, and under the skill development you select the category that says front end. Yeah, so we are gonna have this for this. So active. Yeah, so you search that, you should have access to a whole list of courses. So when you go on roadmap.sh, you are gonna have access to, let me pick this. Yeah, you are gonna have access to a list of software development courses and other live courses that you want to learn. And then when you get on there, what you will do is to select your category. It has a list and a roadmap of all that you have to follow in order to master that particular skill, right? So you should check it out, and then after that you would have a lot of ideas in what you are doing. And also you should always check out my channel, because you need to be motivated to actually keep coding. You need to be motivated to actually keep building. So the best thing is to follow someone that's already there, or that's already doing what you want to do, then we do it together. Yeah. Hey guys, you people won't tell me that I talk plenty. What is gonna be is gonna be it. So when the item is active, when it's active, what do? We set the color, right? So when the item is active, the color becomes primary bright. Wait, oh, what is wrong with this? What's wrong with this thing? My light wants to buy my eye, guys. What is gonna be? It's gonna be A B. What is gonna be? It's gonna be when it on the end of the line. Amity boy see. Swagger. What is? Oh, what is that? Guys, before you know, this light go by my eye. So what the hell? What is gonna be? What heaven? Hi. If you buy right now, I'm not gonna buy a new one. I'm just gonna continue like this, because what do you want to tell me? Ahmad, thanks very much for the follow. Ahmad, I really appreciate your follow. And also don't forget to check out I have learned all the basics of programming languages, but but is it you can't or you can? If you can write code by yourself, then you're done. But if it is you can't, then that is where the problem begins. Yeah, so is it but you can or you can't? Let's get it right, and then let's see. Oh yeah, so yeah, sure. So yeah, okay, so this is actually one of the fastest way of doing it. That means you still have to revisit the basics. What is wrong with this light? That means you still have to revisit the basics again. Unfortunately, you would still have to revisit the basics. Yeah, so unfortunately you will still have to revisit the basics, And in revisiting the basics, you are going to take it more seriously, which means you are going to have to build a lot of projects. All right, you're going to have to build a lot of projects that you wouldn't use for anything. You are just going to build it in order to kind of revive your spirits and zeal, all right, or interest in software engineering. So where do we begin from? We begin from the roadmap.sh, because that is where all the courses are. Any course that we want you to study or any course that we want you to try out, that is where the courses are. So we would have to start from there. Yeah, so no matter what happened, Python, Java, C++, and currently on CSS and HTML. Okay, then you are even doing a lot. So let me ask the most important question, right? How long have you been coding? How long have you been coding? How long have you been coding? That is the most important question. How long have you been coding? That is the most important question, guys. That is the most important question. That is the most important question. Yeah, how long have you been doing it? And that should give us an overview of what you're up to. Black Spade Media. Yeah, Black Spade Media. Thanks for the follow. I really appreciate that follow, actually. I do appreciate that follow. And you can check out my videos as well, because I'm live on TikTok. Yeah, you are watching on TikTok. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on Twitch as well. Good to be here, my bro. It's good to have you, boss. You are my boss. So welcome home. Welcome to the House of Developers, boss. Almost 1.5 a year. Wow, 1.5 a year. Then you should be able to actually build a lot of stuff. Yeah, you should be able to build a lot of stuff. Yeah, so Black Spade Media, do you have projects out there, or you are now an aspiring software engineer or a software developer? Yeah, do you have projects out there, or you're just getting started? So this actually is not gonna have the background that I want it to have. Okay, so this is the element that I've been fighting for. I was hitting on the other stuff to actually confirm if, yeah. I'm transitioning from digital marketing strategy into software development. Oh, okay. Wow, then you have a double, triple, 4 times the skill that we are fighting for. Yeah, so you already have the skills that we are fighting for, or that I am fighting for. Yeah, I am getting started on mobile app dev. Okay, that's great. And the good thing is I'm also a mobile app dev. So yeah, it's good to have you here. But which stack are you using for your mobile app development? What stack or which stack are you using for your mobile app development? I use Flutter for mine. So which one do you use for yours? Well, I'll chat you up there. Sure. Yeah, as you can see, I am building in Flutter, so you are free to chat me up and ask what's up. Yeah, so as we have all this already, the next thing is to make it reusable so that we wouldn't have to build it again and again and again. Yeah, so what we are gonna do is create a widget, and then we are gonna call it build bottom nav item. Yeah, so I have been doing this for quite some time now. Yeah, I've been doing this for quite some time now, so it is good to actually have you on board. What is it saying? Yeah, so we don't have bottom nav bar item. Yeah. All right, sure. When you drop that, I'm gonna reply you. Yeah, you drop the chat. I'm gonna reply you just after here. Yeah. So guys, where am I? Where am I? What is gonna be? It's gonna be. Where am I? Yeah. So what am I gonna need? I'm gonna need an icon and then a label. So let me do my required string. Is it string label? And then my required widget, and then I'm gonna call it icon. Yeah, so I'm gonna have that. And then for this one, we want to have the actual icon and then the active icon. Oh my god, actual icon and active icon. Oh my god. Yeah, it's nothing. Oh my god, Sack, look at her, but easy. Don't get it rhyme with nah. Will you come with me to Mac? Nah, I won't give you a drive. Matt, we will be verify contact. Nice shake where I come at. Maybe dim nice flit with my contact. Freeze, make a cheese. Oh gosh, shepherdy, maybe boom to second car. By the way, a frail simple fighter, cause the guys let me shower revival. Demetrius, thank you very much for the like. I really appreciate it. And please, if you are enjoying this particular stream, what is that? I was about to say Tanisha, but Tinai or Tinaishi. Well, sorry, Tini. So I'm gonna call you Tini, right? Tini, thanks very much for the follow. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. I want to get in touch with you. Sure, Mr. Raj, feel free to text. I'm gonna reply you just after here. Yeah, so guys, it's good to have you all on board. If you are enjoying this episode, or if you want to see where we started from developing this app all the way to this section, please don't worry, just check out my channel. The name is on the screen, and when you get there, please subscribe. All right, because there's no subscribers. Yeah, the last time I checked, there was no subscribers, but I believe you are going to subscribe when you get there. So guys, when you get there, please subscribe. And then also don't forget to be in touch, put on all your notifications for the live and everything. It's pronounced T Nai Shi. T Nai. So Tinaishi, T Naishi. Wow, guys, this is actually my first time, so I'm gonna call you T. Body is T. Yeah, so I'll assume that the body is T, and then I'm gonna call you T because I don't want anybody. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so I'm gonna call you T. Right. So T, your body is T, and your name is T. Yeah. So it's good to have you on board, and I'm glad to have you watching. And then, where are you watching from? Oh, you guys, the people that are coming are having some names that I can't mention, but bro, Cole Fenty, cool, Mr. Cole, thanks very much for the follow, and I really appreciate it, guys. Guys, you guys are making me struggle with the names here. Oh my god, I'm gonna report to your parents. I'm gonna tell them that, hey, mommy, your child is not using the name you gave him. He's calling himself Cole. Oh yeah. Oh really? Oh wow. And then it's good to have you on board. So far I've had a friend, right? I had a friend that I made here on TikTok. He is watching from the UK. He's been joining from the UK. So Tanaishi, thanks very much for having you on board. Yeah, guy, this is Flutter and that. And also, please don't forget to check out the YouTube channel, right? I have beautiful videos on there. And normally I go on live and then I build apps, random mobile apps that I see online that I like them. I just go on live and then build them. That is my hobby. Apart from building mobile apps, apart from the other stuff or apart from work, that is what I do on a regular. So if you want to join me build, you want to be part of my community and everything, please don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. Yeah, so where are we? This is also looking good. If you are wondering what we are building, this is what we are building. Yeah, so now we are trying to make the elements look just like that. Oh, okay, so you, wow, guys, we have Flutter developers in the building. Which song am I gonna what? Which song am I even gonna sing for you? Ah, yeah, I don't know the song to sing for you, but yeah, I also love Flutter. When you say that, hide when you say you love Flutter because the React Native guys are gonna come for your neck. The React Native guys are gonna come for your neck. I don't know, they are so insecure. Anytime you talk about Flutter, then they want to fight you. They're like, why Flutter? When they know very well that Flutter is way better than React. Yeah, so it's good to have you guys on board, right? I really appreciate having everybody on board, especially when you are on board and you are dropping the comments. Oh, that's like, yeah, so I think we are able to get all our elements now. So let's rerun our app and start from the top. Yeah, so we begin from here, then we go here, and then we have this is all we have, and then we come here, and then we built this too. Now we close this, and now our bottom nav items are looking so good, just as what we have here. Yeah, so this is what we have here when on the bottom nav, and then we have the same thing here on this one as well. So what do we do from here? What do we do from here, guys? The next thing we do is to build the home page. Where do you get your UI kits? Yeah, I normally get them from Figma. And then mostly I put most of the links. Always I put the links in the descriptions of all the videos on the YouTube channel, so you can check that out. Yeah, I get all of them from Figma. So where do we go from? Now we are going to build this, so let's take a look at the UI first. All right, let's take a look at the UI first. This is going to be in a column. All this is going to be in a column, and then we have them in a column, but some few elements are going to be in a row. Please, I have completed my code, but I don't know how I can host it. Which code is that? Is it web, mobile, or desktop? Tesla investment, which code is it? Or which type of, what type of software is it? Guys, don't forget to drop that follow, right? It really boosts up my energy level. Anytime I see a follow, anytime I see a subscription, a like, a comment, anything at all, I feel like, yeah, it's an investment website I created by myself. Okay, so if it is a website, then you should check out Vessel, right? Vessel.com. The name is this, Vessel.com. You can check out Vessel. That is like the most it's like, I don't know, but the primary platform for most of the website that you want to host for maybe a client or just yourself, right? So you can use Vessel for that. Guys, too much talks, let's jump into building. So we are going to do this. Let's go to our home page and now look at all that we've done so far. Yeah, so let me collapse this and then we have this. Yeah, Blizzy Bay, thanks very much for the likes. Please don't follow, don't forget to follow. Right, did I say don't follow? Jeez, my mouth. Don't forget to follow, guys. Yeah, you are welcome, Mr. Tesla. So we have our background, our app bar, our drawer, our bottom nav. So what are we gonna do next? The body, but I like to put it this way. Yeah, so body always come in between the two. So let me put my body this way, and with the body it's gonna be a single child scroll view. So I'm gonna have a child, and the child is gonna be a padding, and that padding so let me do, no, I'm not gonna make it a pattern, because how can I DM you? Just on TikTok here, feel free to text me on TikTok. You should be able to reach me on TikTok and any other platform. Yeah, so we are gonna have single child scroll view, and it's gonna be column and children. So we are starting from here. This text. Let's look at what we have. We have bold, and it's 34. So let's call our app text, call our bold text, and text is gonna look like this: delicious food for you. So let's create that. Is it this way? Okay. Yeah, so we have delicious food for you. Guys, thanks very much for the likes. Don't forget to drop the follow. All right, the follow is very important, and also don't forget to check out my YouTube channel. Don't we have bold? Oh really, there's no bold text? Are you serious? Are you serious? We have regular, heavy, and we don't have the bold. Wow, that's sad. Okay, let's do the bold right now. Okay. This is gonna be bold. So what's gonna be the font size? I think it says 36, right? 34. All right, so the font size is gonna be 32.0. So now let's see what we have. Delicious food for you, but we are gonna use a line break. So between delicious food for you, we are gonna break the line. So let's have it this way now. This is what I don't want, right? Because can we specify the height? No, let's go in here and let's specify the height for the bold. I think we specified height some way, right? So let's go here and specify the height, and then let's use 0.8 and see how it's gonna be. Yes, what is gonna be, it's gonna be let's use 1 and see. Yeah, so this height should be okay, but if we check the height in between them, it says it is auto. What is the auto height? We don't know. What is the auto height? We don't know. I don't know the auto height, so this doesn't look exactly like what we need there. If we should go with 4, oh damn. It should probably be like 1.5. Guys, let's give it at the 1 and go to our screen. Yeah, so we have this delicious food for you, and then the rest of the items, right? Phew. Now we are gonna have to touch this. The reason why I don't want us to actually use the pattern for the whole items is that this scrollable element has to scroll all the way into the next edge, right, into the left side of the screen, which means that if we use row padding, I think we can use that, right? Yeah, I think we can use that. So let me wrap this column in a pattern. I think we can use that. So let me wrap this in a padding, and then let's set the padding. So constant symmetric padding. We are gonna have a horizontal padding of 16.0. So let's see. 16 is not gonna be enough, so 24, so that every element will be aligned exactly as we want them. So we have this, which is delicious food for you, but it seems like our delicious don't want to be delicious like how we want it, so we have to give it a little spacing at the top. So let's do this. Sometimes the designs look simple outside, but when you begin building, you'll be like, whoa, so is this the exact thing that I saw on the UI? Yeah, so we have delicious food for you. Yeah. Now what's the next thing? The next thing to do is to build a search bar. So we are going to build this right now, guys. We are really doing a lot in this particular episode. We've done so much in this episode compared to the previous episodes. Right? It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It just occurred to me that we've done so much in this episode compared to what we did in the previous ones, right? So it's almost 2 hours into this particular episode, and we've done a lot. Seriously, we've done a lot. I ain't gonna lie. So we have our search bar, and we have this. So the first things first is elevation 0. The first thing first is let's style. Decoration. What? On that way, why don't we have what? Search bar. Yeah. Elevation, we just did property all 0. Let's take it from there. And then we're gonna have the background. So the background color is gonna be this. Yeah, I hope this color goes for only this, right? So background color, we're gonna have this. Yeah, so let's have this. Yeah, so we have this. All that what is gonna be is that the same color that you have here? Because it doesn't look like it's the same thing that you have. It's gonna be the line. Let me see, Boise. What is gonna be? The color is not like how it's supposed to be. It looks so white compared to. It looks too white, guys. It looks so white, and that's not what that has been listed on the screen. So let's do our gray with. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, so I'm gonna give it this, and let's see what we have. Why can't I use with value in here? When I use black, I want to reduce the opacity, but it's not. Okay. That's why. So let's have our gray dot with values, and then alpha, and then use 0.15. Yeah, so now let's try this and see we have this. Yeah, so now comparing this to the UI, we already have what we need, and this is it. And let's see, that is that, and this is it, this is it, this is it. Yeah, I think, have we set the scaffold background? Yeah, we've set it. Yeah, this background, it's so light that even our gray 15 seems too much. If we should have it this way, yeah, so let's have it gray one. Yeah, so now let's have this like this. Now the next thing to do is to build our leading and what's the name, we have suffix and prefix. Yeah, let's build our prefix icon. So let's is it leading? All right, we're gonna call leading, and then inside of the leading we are gonna use a search, the search icon, right? So let's use the Cupertino search, and in running that we should have this. Let's see, it is black. All right, so what we are gonna do is to have the hint text. We can actually have something like hint text, and then we will say search. Yeah, so that should give us search like this. Yeah, now the next thing is for us to put a little padding between the elements, so we can pick it from here. After the search we can pick padding, and then we can have widget state property for all, and then we're gonna have a symmetric padding. No, let's use only the left, and then that should be 8.0. So let's do this. Yeah. So now we have this. Now we have this. If you look at the UI, this is not so long. It's kind of, yeah, I think it's, yeah, it's in line. It's in line. Yeah, that is that. So after this, the next thing for us to do is to let me see, there's a very big pattern. That pattern is too much. Let me use 16 and see what we are gonna have. Go back to this. Yeah, so let's have it this way. All right, so the next thing is for us to build this. After building this, we are gonna pause for tonight because we are almost into the 2 hours and 2 hours. It is not that we would have to do 2 hours constantly, but for some of the videos we just have to put it at 2 hours so that we can go rest and think about ourselves, and then we come back again better and more crazier. So yeah, wow, what layout is this, guys? Guys, have you seen this layout? Oh, this is crazy, Charlie. This layout is crazy. Yeah, this layout is crazy. We would have to do it. I thought this design was just gonna be very quick and straight and short, but it seems like every little thing comes with some hidden details that takes a lot of time. Yeah, so let's build this. And for this, I've already built it on the screen, so we are just gonna pick it and reuse it. We don't have to rebuild it all again. So we are gonna have to do something like this. Okay, and then we are gonna have to do something like this. Let's pick this and put it here, and this is gonna be 40, and then below this we are gonna have a single child scroll view. Sorry, we're gonna have a single child scroll view, and then we are gonna have a child. The child is gonna be row. The row is gonna have children like this, and the axis, all right, the scroll axis is gonna be horizontal. Yeah, so we are gonna have axis dot horizontal, and then let's rerun and we'll have something like this. Yeah, now on the off screen we are gonna look for this button, Right, we are going to look for this button that we created the last time. So let's go all the way down there. Tommy, thanks very much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Please don't forget to also thanks for the likes. Don't forget to follow and also subscribe to the YouTube channel and be part of the family. Yeah, so what are we gonna do? We are gonna pick this pattern. Are we gonna pick this pattern? No. Let me see. This is sign up. So yeah, let's pick one of this. Let's pick this container. Yeah, so we are gonna pick this container and then drop it here. Now let's rerun and see what we have. Yeah, we have this now. Yeah, so we have this now. As you can see, now we're just gonna change the color of the sign up. Why does it look like it is not well aligned? Looks like it is not well aligned. Or is it my eyes? Looks like it's not well aligned, guys. Is it my side? Is it my eyes or what? Let me see this and this. Yeah, it seems it's well aligned, guys. Okay, let me not stress it, right? So what is gonna be the width of where is this? We have this, and then what we can do is to increase the pattern of something. So if we take container, if we take the container and we call for, are we gonna have same width for all of them? I think we can call for the width, and then if we should check the width of this, we can use it for that particular container. Right, so we are looking at an 80px width, so let's do this. And that is that. 80 seems to be small, so let's do 100 and see. Yeah, now we have this. This is what I'm saying. This is not aligned to the center, or it's not aligned in the center. So what we are going to do is that we are going to change this into something else, right? We are going to change this into something else. Let's do it inkwell, and then let's change it to on top, and then let's take this off. So rerun, then we'll have something like this. Now we'll just put inkwell in center. So rerun, then we'll have something like this. It's still clickable, as you can see. So what we would have to do is take inkwell away from here and have only text, and then the text is gonna have a pattern, and then the pattern is gonna be only, right? Okay, the pattern can be only bottom, which will be 16.0. So when we do that, then we are gonna have this, but that should be too much, so we bring it back to 8 like this. Yeah, so now we can change this to this whole row. This container cannot be wrapped inside of an inkwell, which means we can tap it, right? So on top, let's have it this way. Yeah, so on top we are gonna have to do change tab to this index. Yeah, so now let's have this, and then now we can rebuild this multiple times. So we can say build. Yeah, so we can now return a widget that returns build tab. All right, build food tab, right? So build category tab item. Yeah, so we have the category tab item. We are going to return something like this, and then that should be it. And then we'll return something like a string, then we are going to call it label. So when we come here, we are just going to replace this with the label. Yeah, so yeah, that is that. Now what we are going to do is to replace this ink wall. We are going to replace it with build yeah, so the label is foods. Yeah, so now rerun, and then we have this as foods. Yeah, so now this is what we have. All we have to do is to add the rest, then we are good to go. So if we have foods, that means we can duplicate this, right? So let's duplicate this. Let's duplicate this. Yeah, so we are gonna have something like this. Yeah, so let's rerun. Then we have this element that we can scroll, right? Yeah, so the next thing we are going to do is that after each element, we are going to generate a list instead of generating a single element, right? So it's going to be list dot generate an integer of 6 items, and this is going to be their index. So this is going to be their index, and then we will return the build. We will return the build category tab item, and then we will call foods, and then we supply the index. So we are going to use the index to represent the category for now. So we'll have something like this, and then the next thing we will do is to actually wrap this in padding and only use the only right to space them out. So now we should have something like this. Yeah, and then we are going to pick the index. All right, so the build food item, and let's pick the index, which will be the index in here. So when we go down here, we are going to have to build something for the index. So we are going to do required int, and we call it index. Yeah, so now we have this. Then we will say if the selected index, all right, is equal to index. Yeah, so selected tab index. So selected index, we can have it as another one for selected food tab index. So selected food tab. Yeah, so selected food item or food tab index. So we are going to replace this with that one, then we should be good to go. So selected food tab index, and then when that item is selected, we are going to set state. All right, so set state, like this. Then we will do selected food tab index should be equal to this index. Yeah, so now let's see what we are gonna have. Where is the error? Where is the error? Yeah, so let's rerun the entire app from the top, and then let's see what we are gonna have. Yeah, so now you see we have our stuff now. Yeah, so that is how we build our elements. That is how we build our items to get them on the screen. Now we have the last thing that we would have to build, and these are the things we have here. This looks good, so we are gonna have to take time to actually make it look good as it is now. And that brings us to the end of this particular section as well. The end of this particular episode. This video is going to be available in the YouTube channel, and it's going to be available in the a playlist that I'll create for this Foodie app. The app name is Foodie, so I'm going to create a playlist for it, and then if you want to check it out, you can check out the playlist and have access to this particular episode. Guys, this is the design. Let's go through it again. The onboarding, we will come to the, wow, I am happy to have come across the account. Oh, really? T, it's good to also have you on board. I hope you are going to text, and then we'll start vibing and also understand what each other do or does. Yeah, so yeah, this is me and this is you, and I'm happy to have you on board. Guys, this screen looks cool, right? But can you see what I'm saying? It's like there is a little bit of what, how are we gonna do this? The elements are showing behind the app bar. I don't know if you can see it, but the elements are showing behind the app bar. Yeah, so T, it's good to have you on board. Mr. Rash, it's good to have you on board. My K collections, everybody, it's good to have you guys on board. This is like the last episode. No, this is not the last episode, sorry. We have a lot of designs to work on, but these other designs are not so complicated. The one that is going to look a little bit complicated, right, but we'll do it. Yeah, it's this. We have to have this element in this kind of zigzag alignment, like it's some way, but we are going to do it. Yeah, we are going to do it. We are going to do it. Yeah, so we will do this, and then this is the first thing we will be doing. This is the first thing we'll be doing is the next episode. In the next episode, and what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Guys, we're also going to build the screens. So we have my profile. This is like the profile screen, and this is when you click on a particular product, you see it this way. And when you don't have an internet connection, you see this. Guys, I really thought this app was so small that I'm gonna build it in less than we should in maybe 3 hours and stuff, but looking at this, oh guys, we would have to use like 3 or 4 5 episodes to finish it. Yeah, so this is the second episode actually, so we've been able to tackle all this in this second episode. So yeah, now the design is set. If you want to have access to the design, you can check out the description of the video. The design is in there. If you want to have access to the previous videos, they are also available in the channel. Yeah, so guys, it's good to have you on board. We would meet in the new episode, which will be the part 3 of this